Set them up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back to the Drunken Nerds podcast number 39. We are back in normal and ready to go. My name is Dan. Over here is Schubert.
What's up, nerds? It's good to be back in the normal. It feels.
Yeah, we are. It feels better to be back to normal and not like I'm feeling like my mind is mush.
I wouldn't say completely back to normal. For me, at least, I'm on the West Coast, combined with daylight savings. I don't know what time of day it is.
That's right. You're over in California, so it's like 7:30 right now.
7:30 right now, but you throw in the daylight savings, it's like an extra hour, I think, right? So I'm all screwed up.
Yeah, I can't imagine going. How is it over there in California?
It's not as bad as advertised. you know, I've had a good time so far. It's nice. I haven't seen all the disaster stories you read about. I think it's probably because I've stuck to pretty nice areas, I'm guessing, but I can't complain.
Well, we saw on Instagram you did travel a day to Disneyland.
I did, and I'd like to issue an apology to all of those who followed along on the story. I know it was kind of a bit of a downer.
Yeah, you were having a real hard time over there.
Yeah, it wasn't a great time. I got there early. I figured getting there early, I'd be able to bang some stuff out. Wasn't the case.
And you got a little hangry.
Got very hangry.
Yeah.
It was next to impossible to get food over there. Absolutely impossible.
Is it because they rely on the mobile ordering only?
No, it's like kind of the opposite. They don't rely on the mobile ordering, so it's like stupid lines. And then if you do rely on the mobile ordering, they take like how long the line is into effect. So if you try to do a mobile order, you're not going to get your food for another hour and a half.
Yes, that put you over the edge. That made you go to a Mexican restaurant outside of Disneyland.
I left. I've said no more.
And you never made it back?
No, I did make it back, but I didn't accomplish anything once I got back in.
Okay.
There was a bunch of walking around. All the lines were long. By the time I got back in, they had opened park hopping up. And once park hopping opened up, forget about it. It was over. Everybody park hopped from Disneyland to California Adventure, where I was. Nothing. You couldn't even walk around.
Yeah. So not the best experience.
No, it doesn't hold a candle to Orlando. I'm sorry. I might be a bit of a homer. Might because it's my home annual pass park, but it just wasn't the same. The people aren't as friendly. The workers aren't as friendly. It's not magical. Orlando, it's magical.
All right, that's good to know because you know me, I'm a huge Disney person. I have zero desire to go to Disneyland because why would you go to Disneyland if you have Disney World? Like, what is there to offer other than Avengers Campus?
Right. You just hit the nail on the head. Avengers Campus is just about it. I looked. So at Disneyland, the only thing, Disneyland is basically the Magic Kingdom with a few other things and Galaxy's Edge.
Right.
So the only thing that's not available in Orlando at Disneyland, there's like one ride. I think it's an Indiana Jones dark ride. And I think that's about it. And it's dated, so it can't even be that good.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. How was Avengers Campus, though?
Underwhelming.
I've heard that from a lot of different things.
Underwhelming. Right. It was cool. I did make it on Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. It was pretty incredible. The queue was awesome. The theming was awesome. The ride was awesome. You would have hated it because it was basically the Tower of Terror on steroids.
That's what I'm saying. What you filmed on the story looked identical to Tower of Terror with just Guardian themed.
Yeah, that's all it is. But instead of one big up and one big down, you're going whoop. You're going up and down and up and down and up and down, which I loved. I thought it was fantastic.
Okay.
The actual campus itself, the theming was good, not great. It's not as good as Galaxy's Edge, which is kind of surprising because it's newer. You think newer, you know, they're going to go more in depth. They didn't.
Yeah.
So I didn't get on the Spider-Man web slingers. Another one of my grievances.
Mm-hmm.
I had woken up at about 6 o'clock in the morning. I planned on getting in line for the virtual queue. I went on Saturday. They entered the virtual queue for good on Friday.
No. So they double screwed you.
They double screwed me. So I made the decision. I would rather have gotten on Mission Space. Or not Mission Space, Mission Breakout.
Yeah.
So when the gates opened, that's what I ran for. I got on instantly. So that was nice. Got off. Web Slingers was an hour and a half long. I said, no, thank you, because I've heard it's pretty underwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I got to say, this is a separate, what I want to go on. Why get rid of the virtual queue?
Usually only keep a virtual queue for is there another ride that they replaced it with?
Nope.
Because usually if another newer ride comes, they just okay. Well, that's
this is a thing I see in the Disney World universe. It's very split on the virtual queue, the fast passes, the Genie Plus. People either really like it or really don't like it. And I just got to say, it's 2021, people. Right. If you don't like it, you're an idiot. And it's because you can't figure it out.
So they're catering towards people. So they get rid of the virtual queue for whatever reason.
You'd rather wait an hour and a half in line than have to figure out an app. You're an idiot. Sorry.
Yeah. I agree. It makes things a little bit easier.
I can't wait to go back to Disney World with the Genie Plus now in effect. I'm never waiting in a line ever again.
Well, have you heard the mixed reviews about Genie Plus?
Yeah, it's because idiots can't figure it out.
It's true. But all you have to do now is pay like $15 and you can go right
front
to the
of the line. I'll pay $15 every friggin' time.
I agree.
You're already 150 in the hole. What's an extra 15?
I don't understand that. If you're spending whatever, $2,000 for 5 days in a park, is it really going to matter that much? You have to spend another $100 to get to the front line for things?
Not breaking the bank for me. And you figure $15 an hour is not worth your time. That's worth my time.
Right. If it's not worth your time, you probably shouldn't be at Disney World.
No, exactly.
So, all right. Well,
that was the end of my mini rant. You got me all worked up. I liked a couple. That was the other thing. It's a very small park. I probably looped the park maybe 4 to 5 times in 4 hours or so. I don't think you could make it around Hollywood Studio more than 2-3 times in a day.
You're right. You probably couldn't.
So.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good to know.
I'm done ranting.
Ranting.
It's Disneyland, so it's nice.
Well, I'm not going.
Yeah, no, you're not. There's no reason to. There's no reason to make it a destination. If you're here, you're here, and that's what it is. I think that's why at Disney World everybody's so nice because it's a vacation. Everybody's trying to enjoy themselves at least. Here, nobody's coming on vacation here. Everybody's kind of local.
Right.
They take it for granted. So, go to Orlando. Go to Florida. Florida, best damn state in the world.
Well, we'll be there in less than a month, so can't wait.
Yep.
Moving on. So
what did you do this weekend?
This is gonna spark you even more. So over the weekend, I have one of those families that when November 1st hits, it goes straight to Christmas mode. So we were decorating outside, inside, all this other crap. Awful. And the family decided, let's start watching Hallmark Christmas movies because apparently they started putting out new movies October 2nd. Every day is a new one coming out. So I've been watching the same story, different movie every day of just like a girl who gets lost and she falls in love, but then she realizes she likes the guy that's funny, not the guy that's serious. So that has been my life.
Sounds like a good time to see if your gun fits in your mouth.
Yeah. No, it's been really, really bad. But it reminds me, do you watch Hallmark Christmas movies?
No, I do not.
Yeah, have you ever seen one?
No, I've seen them in passing, like somebody's watching one, but I've never sat down. I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch this one.
So I never used to. I used to see bits and pieces.
Don't tell me you're in.
No, I'm not in. But literally, they are just different colored, different actors and actresses with the same exact plot on every single movie.
Every single one. Yeah, you
How
didn't
do
know this
people-
till now?
I didn't know this until now. How do people enjoy this?
I'm pretty sure if you go online, you can fill out like a bingo card. You can print out like a bingo card and like scratch it off. Like if it,
But
like this
But
movie.
why do people like this? I don't get it, because Hallmark movies is like a huge thing for Christmas. There's no, it's the same thing.
So here's my theory. You or I put on The Office or Seinfeld or Always Sunny
Yeah.
because it's like comforting. Like we know it. I think that's just what basic women like to put on as like background noise.
So they know how it starts,
Right. They don't
how
care.
it escalates, and how it ends.
Right. They don't care what actually happens. It's just like something on in the background with different people, different episode.
Yeah. It's bad. We watched like the third one. I was getting a little fired up. I had enough. Within 3 minutes of the movie, I pointed out the guy who was going to steal the girl to blow the wedding. The movie was done. Exactly what happened. So I just don't get it. I'm very, I don't know, confused by these Hallmark movies.
Yeah, I think it's time to invest yourself. Like, when are they going to come out with the VR glasses? Like, you have your sunglasses on. You need a pair of sunglasses where the movie just plays inside the lens, and you can put them on and be like, "Yeah, I'm watching the Hallmark movie."
Yeah, today I came home from work. It was like, I don't know, like 12:30, 1 p.m. I walk in the door, blasting Christmas music. I yelled, "Alexa, stop." All of a sudden, out of nowhere, my wife from like the corner of the house goes, "You're such a Grinch. Why are you blasting Christmas music at 1 p.m. on November 10th?"
I was confused because I was in the gift shop at Disney the other day, and they had Christmas music on, and it was the first time I'd heard or seen any Christmas, and I'm like, "What the heck's going on?" And I realized, I'm like, "Oh fuck, it's November."
Man,
When did November get like sucked in? Was it just during COVID?
Oh, they just keep pushing it. I don't know. I think every year they push it in one more day, and it's
Well,
got to the point.
I don't think they can go earlier than Halloween. That's the earliest they can go.
Yeah, I think November 1st is kind of the cutoff limit.
Which that's what I was confused about. I know people saw on the Instagram. I got the Oogie Boogie drink at Disneyland.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a Halloween leftover or a early Christmas.
See, that's the best thing about Nightmare.
Or did
Before
they
Christmas.
just
Start in the middle.
do they just run it for like 4 months?
I think they probably run the entire. That's like the one movie where it makes sense for both.
Both, yeah. So
I've already watched it 3 times in the past week and a half.
I think they just run that drink and are like, "Hey, we can get away with this on the menu for 4 months. Let's do it."
Right. Yeah.
Smart move on their part.
Very smart move. It's a win-win on that one. But I don't know which more I can handle. I'm almost at the point I'm going to tell my 2 and 6-year-olds like Santa isn't real, just so I can end Christmas early. I can't do this. I can't do this for
You
2
just
months.
convert to Judaism
Yeah. But
or celebrate Kwanzaa this year. Hey, kids, we're going to diversify our holidays this year.
we might have to. This is too much. So that was my weekend. Christmas stuff.
Okay.
On
Man, that's too
November.
much.
It was single-digit November. I was doing Christmas stuff.
Now, if you're starting a month early, you break down a month early, or are you breaking down a month later?
Oh, no. We're one of those families, like December
Groundhog-
26th. It's
Groundhog-
gone.
it's
Boxed
gone.
up. Oh, it's
Yeah.
gone.
So at
Yeah,
least you
go.
have that going.
Yeah, in a way. But this doesn't make me feel any better.
I'd rather start early than finish by like Groundhog Day.
Well, I think the people that finish later are just lazy people. The
Yeah,
people
that
that
makes
start
sense.
earlier, like ambitious people, like they just want to get it going. People that keep it going, it's just they just don't feel like going out. It's like raking the leaves right now. I don't want to rake the leaves. I'm waiting on those things.
My sister told me she was starting on Saturday, and I said, "Well, Dan's already 8 hours ahead of you, so see how he feels."
Oh yeah. Oh god, horrible. All right. So, other than that, Schubert, we made a promise to the people today from last week on how bad we were. We went on a Chris Jericho cruise. We had no photos to show for it. We were basically talking gibberish last week because our heads were mush.
Side note: the cruise is booked now officially.
The cruise is officially booked for St. Patrick's Day week.
Yeah.
So we're putting ourselves through more torture and how much we complained that we had a hangover for 2 weeks, but we booked it again.
And paying thousands of dollars to do it again as soon as humanly possible.
Doesn't make any sense, but who knows?
We're not promising a live one from St. Patrick's Day.
I think we should, just to say there is a chance that we could go live and get a guest on there. We'll see.
At least we know this time. Last time it had to do with the lack of internet access.
Yeah, internet access sucks.
This time we know we need to book premium internet access the second it goes on sale.
Oh yeah, because it sells out.
It sells out. We didn't know that internet service can sell out. Well, it can. So.
Yes, it can. So we have made a trailer, which has not been. We have not done a trailer in many, many episodes.
And I haven't seen this. I can't imagine it paints me in a good light.
It's actually a really, really quick trailer because you're right. There's not a lot of painting in good lights when it comes to this trailer. And plus, I don't think I was sober for more than 15 minutes on the entire 5 days. So I don't have much recollection either. So.
Not after the COVID test. As soon as that COVID test was taken, it's wasted.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to play this. I'm going to grab a drink real quick. And
for those of you listening on Spotify, be sure to check us out on YouTube where you can see the visuals.
Yes, you get to see the visuals.
Dan's grabbing a beer. He couldn't have hit play before he did that.
Well, I wanted to watch it in real time. I keep a refrigerator close. Doesn't take me long. All right, so here's the highlight of the cruise that we were on, and then we'll get into this week's hangover. Let's do it. All right, so there's our trailer for the Chris Jericho Rock and Wrestling Rager Cruise.
That's pretty good.
So
I feel like it kind of went easy.
I went very easy.
There had to have been more balcony pictures that you didn't include.
Oh, there's lots of stuff. Yeah, like my dad sleeping on the rain and the bell. Oh yeah, there's lots of stuff on there.
I meant when you were watching the concert and watching Down on Us.
Oh yeah, lots of stuff.
There had to be some good ones in there.
Yeah.
I liked how I only won second idiot. That's good.
Yeah, you got best supporting. So, yeah, the first one, obviously, if people don't know. So my dad had a plate of food on this one. He thought it'd be a good idea to do a liquid-only diet on a cruise that serves all-you-can-eat food. So he went full bore. Starting at we came to lunch, he made a plate of food. He brought it back to the table, saying he's not going to eat it. He's just doing it to tease everybody. Comes back. All of a sudden, it's only 3 p.m. at this point. The food is sitting there cooking in the sun. It's like a chicken parm and all
I think it was a veal cutlet.
A veal cutlet. That's right. Oh, veal cutlet. So we get back to the room. We still holding that plate, saying he's never going to eat it. But 15 minutes later, next thing you know, he's fully going into that veal cutlet. So, didn't last.
There was a quote in there from your wife. Was that a real-time quote about the cruise? Or was that after she saw the trailer?
No, she called us idiots. Oh, yeah. That's basically real life. She saw the pictures. You guys are a bunch of morons. But We did it. And Tito, again, he's the
man
guy. He served us drinks all week long. You couldn't literally, if you wanted to go to the bathroom, he was there waiting for you when you came out with a drink in hand to give to you.
I'll
Bartender.
never forget. We went to the autograph signing. We hadn't seen Tito in maybe 12 hours because we were sleeping. He was there.
Oh, he was there. He was everywhere. So, again, if you go on a cruise, the biggest tip that we can give you is find a person who walks around, give them a $50 bill or whatnot. They will watch your every move, and they'll always have a drink ready for you.
Tito Jr. too.
Yes, Tito Jr.
Tito's actual son.
Yes, there isn't. That's right. They have a lot of family on there. So, all right. So let's get into this week's hangover. Now that we got the Chris Jericho trailer recap out of the way.
This week's hangover.
All right. So there's not a lot going on this week, but there's some fun stuff going on, actually.
Good stuff.
Some good stuff. One of the things that you sent me, which I definitely got me interested, was one of my favorite fast food restaurants, Arby's. Yeah. They know how to do things right. Is releasing a vodka this coming week. And Schubert, why don't you tell them what the flavors are going to be for that vodka?
Yeah, so it's coming this week. I forget, it's either the 17th or the 19th where it officially goes on sale, but it sounds like it's going to be hot. So you got to figure out the date. It's going to sell out immediately. 2 flavors, regular fry, and curly fry. Which one are you going for?
Well, I'm going for the curly fry.
You gotta go curly fry.
First of all, I don't like potatoes at all. So this is kind of out of my element here when it comes to it. It makes sense because vodka potatoes.
That's what I'm saying. Vodka potatoes. Right.
Yeah.
So this doesn't sound like it's too far fetched as a vodka flavor. Like why somebody hasn't thought of it sooner.
Right.
It's just going to be salty, right?
Right. A little salty.
Like I always think of like, you ever see on Moonshiners when they're making their mash and they just throw like a fucking birthday cake in there?
Yeah.
Like, mash it up good. They're going to do the same thing. Just throw a thing of potato, like curly fries in there.
Yeah.
And it's going to just taste like vodka, I think. Just a little bit salty.
Yeah, a little salty vodka. Now, would you go for... Are you going for regular fries or are you going for curly?
I don't even know why they're putting out the regular fry. If you don't get curly fries at Arby's, you're a friggin' idiot.
Yeah, nobody's getting the regular fries at Arby's.
I didn't even know Arby's made regular fries.
Yeah, me either, actually.
That's
yeah, it
like
makes no sense. It's like they're baiting people to get the bad version of their vodka.
I think that's what they're doing. Like they had a B batch and they're selling it as regular fries.
Right. They know that the weirdos are going to get the regular
Everybody's
fries.
getting the curly fries. So are you in on this? If it wasn't Arby's, would you go for it?
If it wasn't Arby's, no. But Arby's, I'm in.
What if you went to the liquor store and you just saw a thing of curly fried vodka on the shelf? You're not getting it? I'm getting it.
I don't know if I am. I want to know what kind of curly fries they're representing.
Okay. So like if Tito's is a bad example, but
no, I'm thinking like
absolute curly fry.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I'm thinking about, okay, if they put Arby's curly fries on there, I'm in. But if they're putting something like, no offense, but Burger King curly fries on there, I'm out.
You're out. Okay.
So, because Burger King's fries suck. So I'm not going to go for theirs.
So you're in for the gimmick.
Yeah, I'm definitely in for the gimmick.
Yeah, I think I'd try.
100%.
I think I would try curly fried vodka if I saw it on the shelf tomorrow.
You'd give it a shot?
I'd give it a shot.
But what if you had a bad experience and you never actually got to taste the real version of the Arby's curly fry version?
So you're saying that I get all fucked up from the vodka and then I can never eat curly fries again?
You'll never want to eat it. You're never going to want to have another curly fry vodka again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd still give it a shot.
All right, so we'll get on this. So we'll see when it goes on sale. We'll try to order one right away.
This isn't like if it's like, Flamin' Hot Cheetos vodka. I'm out.
I'm in.
Yeah. See, I just think the curly fried vodka, it's generic enough where it's not going to be too bad. I'm all in. Yeah.
Okay. So we need to find out when this goes on. We'll try to get one.
We'll get a bottle. Do a
little
taste test.
taste test. Yeah. All right.
Got to be done.
Yeah.
Maybe chase it with some sliders.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Arby's is good stuff. So
I love Arby's. I ate Arby's the other day.
well, we can have Arby's and Arby's vodka and drink to the new stuff that's coming out for the trailer because there's a lot of trailers coming out now. So now we have our drinks in place. I'm going to move the segue.
That's a good segue. Basically, the news of the week. We got some trailers. Let's go down a list.
A lot of trailers. Okay, let's start with number one, my favorite Stranger Things trailer. What'd you think? What's going on with it?
Had a cool Cali vibe.
Had a very cool Kelly vibe.
But didn't give us too much, I don't think.
Other than they look like they're 10 years older.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that drives me nuts, especially with the kids. They look like Mike. He looks like he literally started Stranger Things when he was 6, and all of a sudden now he's like 18 years old.
Well, so going on that, last Halloween, I was watching Hubie Halloween, the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
Had the one kid in it. I didn't even know it was him. And then I was reading a review like 2-3 days later, and they were like, "Oh, the kid from Stranger Things." I'm like, "That wasn't the kid from Stranger Things. He was in fucking high school." Right. Nope, it was a kid from Stranger Things. So they've got to be damn near 20 in this season.
Exactly. That's the one problem they have with these kid things. Like they need to get these things out quick.
Crank them out. This should have been filmed over this course of 6 years.
Right.
And what's it been? It's like we got to be going on 8, right?
Got to be on 8. They look so different now, and this is only the 4th season, and look like they've aged like 20 years.
And they gave us the release date. It's still another year away, almost. Right?
You're right. There's no way they can do a Stranger Thing. Did they announce this last season?
See, I was expecting to see that in the trailer. They haven't officially announced it yet. I was expecting the trailer to be like the final season.
Yeah.
And it didn't do it.
This has to be the final season.
Has to be.
They can't go any further with this crew.
No, or they leave it open and do it like 5 years from now.
Right. And get a different cast, or do like the cast?
No,
like
as adults. Like, yeah. Well, Millie Bobby Brown, her price tag has got to be through the friggin' roof right now, right?
Oh yeah, she's blowing up. Because it reminds me, like even with Cobra Kai, like they got to wrap this thing up because next thing you know, these kids are going to be in the friggin' UFC and Octagon. But like, they can't take them seriously anymore in Cobra Kai. The kid things around that age, around that like 15 to 18 years old, they change too quickly. So they need to wrap it up.
Always makes me wonder what, like, Netflix has all the money in the world for Stranger Things. Why does it take so long to crank out a season?
Right. Unless they're just so nervous. I mean,
it doesn't make any sense unless it's from a writing standpoint. Like, right. Oh, it took long to write. No, but they've been filming for like 2-3 years. It's another year away.
Yeah.
So like, I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. And they got to lock them up where you're right. Like Brown, she's doing all this other stuff. Like obviously like now her timetable is pushed back 2 years because she's doing all these other movies and all this other stuff.
Oh, completely. There's no way they get her filming another season of Stranger Things for another 2-3 years.
No, maybe she finally gets killed off this year. Who knows?
That could be the case. Yeah.
So Mike will be a single, lonely, alcoholic man.
Sort of goes to like Squid Games. I didn't watch Squid Games. I don't have any interest in Squid Games. But the guy who made Squid Games has been writing this for like 10 years. So it was like perfect.
Right.
They just announced Squid Games 2. It's going to come out in like a year or two. There's no way it's good. This idiot's sitting in front of his fucking typewriter like, oh no, what do I type now? They're like, well, you have a week, so you better hurry up.
Right. Yeah, Netflix is one of those things. They try to cash in on everything they can.
Yeah.
So. All right, next trailer, Cowboy Bebop. How'd you like that one?
This trailer was friggin' awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
And we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. You have no idea what Cowboy Bebop is.
I didn't until this trailer, and I did some research, and now I do.
Okay, so this trailer, it's insane how much it looks like it and feels like it. to me, it's almost like Sin City, where I'm a little worried it's too stylized. Like, I think Sin City is a good example because when Sin City came out, everybody friggin' loved it. Thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Right.
Then, like a year later, everyone's like, I don't know, that's kind of lame.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm worried that this is going to be sort of the same thing where it's like so stylized, everybody's really into it right away, but then it like loses its pizzazz very quickly.
I mean, I liked it a lot. It gave me the old school feel, but also the futuristic. I think it's going to be really good.
It captured the feel of the show perfectly.
Yeah. And that actor, what's his name?
John Cho.
John Cho. Awesome. I mean, they obviously highlighted him the entire trailer. Like he was the entire trailer. He's going to be great. High expectations. That comes out the 19th, right?
19th, yeah. So about a little over a week from today.
So much closer to these other two trailers that we're talking about here. So
very excited for it. Can't wait. It's the closest I've had to a must-watch show in a long time that hasn't been on Disney Plus.
So you're going to go back to Netflix here?
I did the other day just to make sure my account still works. I haven't watched anything, but I was like, I better make sure because Cowboy Bebop's a week away.
Yeah, I haven't pulled up Netflix at all either until last night. I watched Angela's Christmas whatever.
Okay.
God, it's horrible.
If you haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, don't have a clue as to what we're talking about, the original anime, they did just add to Netflix not that long ago. So you can go back and watch the series and catch up in the next week or so.
Fair enough. Last one, Boba Fett. What do you? I had my doubts about this. Then after this trailer, I think it made me at ease. I didn't know. I feel like they were rushing this one a little bit. And then when I saw the trailer, it's like, okay, I know where they're going, and it looks. I mean, it's a short trailer, but it looks really good. Really good.
Like you, doubt free. Like, there's no way this is going to be bad.
Right.
0% chance. I would put like it's the easiest bet of all time that this is going to be good. Sort of what you said, it does kind of feel a little rushed because, you know, a Boba Fett series has been talked about maybe 15 years. Yeah. Like we've been promised a Boba Fett series or movie. Eventually. We finally get it. So you're like, oh, the stakes are pretty high. This is going to be good.
Right.
There's no way it's going to be bad. Interesting, though. Most of the trailer, he didn't have a helmet on.
Yeah. So only pretty much at the end.
And I'm thinking maybe that's just to sort of separate it from Mando.
Right.
Like they're like, we can't have two series where our Mando wears his helmet 100% of the series.
Well, the whole thing with Mandalorian, he said that the helmet was sacred. He can never show his face.
Sure.
Obviously, Boba has zero reserves when it comes to taking his helmet off. He'll take it out no matter what.
Right.
So I think it shows a difference on their characters.
Which is it's probably there's probably going to be something in there, but it's interesting that like during original Star Wars he was the Mandalorian.
Right.
Now he's not the Mandalorian, so he doesn't need to wear his helmet.
Yeah. Well, I see a thing coming up with those two, definitely, where Boba Fett basically, the Mandalorian basically is saying, you know, you're not a real Mandalorian. You take your helmet off whenever you want. You're just a renegade type of guy.
Yeah, we're going to definitely circle back around, and they're going to encounter each other again.
Oh, yeah. My favorite line on that was at the end, with his helmet on, I say, speak freely. You can tell he's going to be a badass in this thing. Like, he's not, like, he's going to kill people left and right.
Oh, I was waiting for it. I thought we were going to get it in the trailer. After he said that, he's like, oh, Jabba would have fed you to his.
Right.
I thought we were going to get it in the trailer, him feeding him to him like twice. But
yeah.
That's what's going to happen in the episode.
Right. No, it's going to be intense. You can tell.
I can't wait. That's going to be a great post-Christmas. You can cancel your Hallmark movies and go straight into Boba Fett.
Boba Fett and Cobra Kai, because Cobra Kai is right at that same time too. So Netflix not Netflix, but Disney and Netflix has got lots of going on here at this time.
And it's interesting you said that too about Disney, like got a lot coming on. They had their shareholder meeting today, and they basically said next September is when like the floodgates open. Like they're basically still managing their COVID timeline.
Right.
In September, they say they basically going to have a log jam, and the gates are free, and we're just going to have streaming content every friggin' week after that.
Can't wait. Well, speaking of that, and a show that I brought up multiple times on this podcast that they're finally filming right now is Shadow and Bone season 2. Remember I told you I hated the ending of that show. Hated it. But a huge budget film that's coming back, and they're filming it now in January 2022, blaming it on COVID. We couldn't film anything, whatnot. But I am shocked that after a year of that show not being on, how bad it was that they're even bringing that show back. It's like they just want to get through the books. It's based on the book series, but
it's funny you say that based on the book series, because it seems like there's a lot of that going on. Like I don't know if you're familiar with it, The Expanse.
No,
it was on a sci-fi. Same thing. It was about 5 or 6 seasons deep, and people liked it. But I think they were like, we got to do the final season after COVID. Like, we have to do it because it's based on a book. Another one coming out soon. We skipped this trailer because it just came today. But The Wheel of Time. It's coming to Amazon. Based on books. It's true. They're like, we see this going 7-8 years. All these book series shows, they're trying to be the next Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
The Foundation, which I spoke about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I never watched the second episode, but they got through the first season. All these book series are trying to be the next Game of Thrones. And they're going to, whether they have to do 2 seasons, 3 seasons to get rolling, I think they're going to keep trying.
Yeah, but the difference again with Shadow and Bone and whatever regular TV stations, all they care about is how many people are watching this. And so Shadow and Bone had an insane amount of people that watched it for whatever it was. I don't even know what channel. What was it on HBO Max? I think it was HBO Max.
I don't even know.
It's HBO Max. But as long as they're getting views, doesn't matter how bad it is. They just want to keep it going. And next year, if it drops 50%, maybe they'll cancel season 3. But it's not like NBC where all of a sudden the thing drops, they cancel it out. So
yeah, like HBO, like it's kind of like the opposite of Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country was like universally beloved, like awards winning. Yeah. Nobody watched it. It got canceled after 1 season.
Yeah, it's all the care was the money. So, but speaking of other shows, which we know will not be a disappointment, will be Always Sunny. So Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the great. I'm just gonna say this is the greatest show on TV, cable television of all time.
We finally have a release date for the new season.
December 1st.
December 1st. And you say the greatest show of all time. It will be the longest running comedy live action series of all time with this season premiere.
It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I'm excited they're coming back. And we have a title for the premiere, which is 2020, a year in review. Alone, that's going to be incredible. They have so much to work off of because of COVID. It's going to be, they have way too much material at this point.
Well, it makes sense too. It's because we didn't get a season last year.
Right.
They kind of like nonchalantly didn't remind us of this. We haven't had a new episode in 2 years.
Yeah.
So the 2020 was the first season. We haven't had an episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be honest with you. I feel like I missed a season too, because I don't remember the last season at all. I don't know if I just blew through it or what, but I was looking back and I'm like, I barely remember any of these episodes. So
yeah.
I might need to revisit the last season before the new one starts.
And I suggest everybody and anybody who's never, I would guess that most people watch Always Sunny, but I'm ready to go on a full binge.
Yeah.
Like Always Sunny is one of those things where you sit yourself in a dark room with like 5 cases of beer and you just watch them all. And it's one of the best experiences you'll ever have. It's funny. It's great. It's, oh man.
Yeah.
You can relate to stuff.
I'm telling you, I honestly thought, I looked back the episode, Matt finds his pride.
Yeah.
Which I can't believe I looked today at the date. It's been 3 years since that episode.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that was the last new episode. So this past 2 years ago past season now. I got to revisit it before December 1st. I got some time.
Might as well.
We saw a full list of the episode titles. We're only getting 8 episodes, not the most. It could have been better. But any of the other episode titles stick out in your mind?
Well, I think I mentioned this to you before we started. My number one is going to be The Gang Goes to Ireland.
And not just a single. That's a 2-part episode.
I cannot wait. It reminds me so much of when we talked about the gang going to the water park and the gang going on the cruise. Like, this reminds me of this is going to be an epic episode. What about you?
Mine, I can't help it. The gang replaces D with a monkey. I
love it.
I hope it's a chimpanzee. I'm a total sucker for putting like a chimpanzee in a real, like a life scenario. Like, you put a chimpanzee in clothes and like in front of a typewriter or something, or like smoking a cigarette, and I'll laugh every time. There doesn't even have to be any context. But if there's a chimpanzee with clothes smoking a cigarette, I'm in.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So it's something to look forward to. Can't wait for it.
One thing, I don't have the list in front of me, but every episode title was like potential for a hit.
Oh, yeah.
There wasn't one that, like, usually a season of Always Sunny has an episode where you're like, that one doesn't sound that great. Every one of these sounds like it's going to be perfect.
Oh, yeah. There's one about COVID. There's one about, cashing in on COVID. There's all sorts of, a lot of it's COVID stuff, but it should be good. I'm excited for it.
Sounds great.
But real quick, so Shang-Chi comes to Disney Plus this Friday for free. I've not watched it. I know you have. So
I'd like to say,
I might watch it on Friday.
I would like to say about damn time.
Yeah. I completely forgot about it until I pulled up Disney Plus today to watch friggin' Tots that my kids watch. And all of a sudden I saw the top headline, Shang-Chi free on Friday. I go, I was going to buy it, but now I don't have to. I can wait till Friday.
So those assholes first told us it was going to come straight to Disney Plus. Then it went and did $1 billion at the box office. Then they said it was going to be 30 days. And then they said, nah, just kidding. It's finally out. What's it been? About 3 months now? 4 months?
3 months.
All right. We finally get to watch it. It was a good movie. I say go watch it.
All right, well, I'll watch it. So, but one thing that won't be for free this weekend is Full Gear from AEW, pay-per-view, Saturday night.
Sort of free for you.
Well, it's not free because tickets are $25.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they upcharge you. So we're going to go see AEW Full Gear at the movie theaters, AMC. So it's $25 to get in and probably add about $170 at least for beer. So now we're looking at a $200 night for a pay-per-view. Whatever. It's going to be a great night.
You might have made off cheaper flying to Minnesota and going to the event.
I probably could have just went to the event because you got to think you're right. Because probably going to eat beforehand over at like TGI Fridays or whatever.
There's 50.
Right, it's going to be about a $500.
Yeah,
it's probably going to end up at $500.
It's not going to be cheap.
Yeah. So, what are you doing for it?
So it starts at 4:00 out here. So I haven't decided yet. I might look into this movie theater thing, see if there's one near me. If not, I'm probably just going to post up. I got a suite in the hotel, post up on the couch, drink some beers, and watch and enjoy.
It's going to be great. The one thing about the movie theaters, I think I told you this before. So I'm going with my dad, who's always coming on the cruise as well.
What do we call him? You've already declared him the idiot of the year.
Idiot of the year. I'm bringing him the idiot of the year with me. So I pulled up the tickets. So obviously I got the 2 tickets that are closest to the ramp, closest to the bar. But every other ticket sold was a single ticket. So there's nobody going with any friends or couples, just single people going to this show. Which, I love wrestling fans. I love them, but they're very awkward and weird.
We just talked about how I might go by myself.
Well, you're going to fit right in. You're going to fit right in.
You might have to, MC that theater.
Might have to.
Stand up and, make an announcement. Be like, all right, everybody.
We have to get them going.
Yeah.
They're going to be sitting there in silence with their jumbo-sized popcorn.
Double jumbo-sized popcorn. So.
I'm gonna be running back. I'll also put my hand up every single time I go to the ramp. Does anybody need a beer?
I say do like Stone Cold and just start chucking them.
Yep. To throw them to people. Yeah, we got to get them going. You're right. 'Cause
You're
it
gonna
might
have to
be
get
it
the
might be a
people going.
downer.
Yeah.
So
I'd say get the people going. I'd say get up with a microphone and make an announcement. Like pretend you work for AEW. Be like, all right, everybody here at AMC Theaters.
Oh, they'd
Are you
probably love
ready?"
to get chance going. There's no way they want to sit there in silence in the dark in a movie theater. And I know they want to say something. They were probably too awkward. To say
Like if you pretend you work there, nobody's gonna kick you out.
no, not at all.
I would just put on like an AEW polo or something and like walk in and be like,
Dump some popcorn on people and get everybody going, riled up. All right.
yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
All right, people, we're going live. You know how like Justin Roberts does it at the live event?
Oh, yeah.
Be like, yeah, all right, start cheering because we're going live in 3, 2, 1. And then they start like cheering.
It's not a bad idea. We might have to because based on the map of that movie theater, it's bound to be a little awkward.
Pretty sad,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I say do it.
But all right, so 45 minutes into this. I told you we got our feet from underneath us from last week, so we're good to go.
Back to normal. And that's us not even torturing you with our match predictions and preview of the
Yeah, we're
event.
not even going to talk about matches. We're just saying go watch it. Saturday, 7 p.m. Going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get into the RIP of the week.
I didn't even know there was one.
It was. All right, so we lost Terrence Wilson, aka Astro, one of the founders of UB40.
I knew about this.
So good
And
guy. He's a little young.
The Astro death might have been in a little poor taste.
Why is that?
Astro World.
Yeah, all right. I didn't put the 2 and 2 together, but I went with Astro. So, you know how they got their fame?
Was it Red Wine cover?
No, not even close. Not even close. The Red Wine came out a lot later than that's again. They actually are playing at a bar, just doing reggae covers, not Red Wine, and happened to be that the Pretenders were there. They
Okay.
found them, said, "We want you to open for our band on a tour," and then they blew up.
Cool.
So
That's good.
they're a British band, British reggae band.
Yeah, one of my experiences with this was like we were at trivia one night, and one of them was like name the tune, and it was a reggae song, and I was pretty confident it was not Bob Marley.
Mhm.
So I was like, it's UB40. And everybody's like, who the hell is UB40? I'm like, well, can you name another reggae band that's not Bob Marley? So,
You get it?
UB40? Yeah, I got it.
Like,
Everyone was like, how the hell do you know that? And I go, because it's not Bob Marley.
I feel like everybody knows who UB40 is.
Correct. They just wouldn't be able to pick them. But
Right.
I dare you to name a third reggae band.
Yeah, then you really you gotta go Ziggy Marley.
Yeah,
keep going down
that's
the Marley
not a
lines.
Marley. Yeah.
Damian Marley's. Keep going the Marley line. All right, so R.I.P.
They were still pretty active too. So I think.
Yeah,
as far
they're
as I
very
know,
active.
yeah.
He left the band in 2013,
Okay.
so he did leave.
He wasn't so active.
So he was no. So let's pour red wine out for Astro.
That's true.
All right, so let's go to the.
Also the Astro World victims. Sad.
Yeah, that's awful. That's going to change a lot of
A
things.
lot of things are going to change. Yeah.
So, all right. We could end it on a dark note there.
Yeah,
don't you?
that was a little bit of a downer. I apologize.
So let's get to the beer rating. Nothing special, but it is back. So let's do it. I guess runs the fridge though. So
I do too. I'm running to the fridge too. So hit the music.
Everybody entertain themselves. Oh, I'm back. All right. Yeah. I made it back. So I'm getting a little festive. I've been big into the holiday drinks. I mean, I've been surrounded by Christmas for the past week. So for my pregame, I've been drinking these truly holiday specials here. Here we got the Crayon Orange Sparkler, A+. But for the beer, I'm going old style here. We're gonna go with Sam Adams Winter Lager.
Okay, that's a new label. That's
Yeah, new
different than
label.
the normal one.
Got a
Huh?
new label. I also have the holiday white ale in the fridge as well from Sam Adams. I went all out when it came to the holiday drinks for some reason.
Now, see, I got to tell you, and maybe you'll save this for a future beer review. But when I was a big craft beer drinker, I leaned towards the Harpoon Winter Pack.
Well, I don't think Harpoon's considered craft anymore, right?
No, it's Sam Adams.
No.
So,
But the Harpoon Winter.
so that's just where I'm saying I would have gone for the Harpoon if I were you.
Well, I'm not calling this a craft beer by any stretch of the means. But Harpoon,
of
I know what you
course,
mean.
Yeah.
We've had many a nights drinking the holiday winter Harpoon pack.
Winter warmer is my winter warmer. Was my bad. It's like drinking a liquid gingerbread.
Sam Adams, I'll have to admit, was my first beer I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
Freshman year in college was my first drink. I know you were a little earlier than me.
Yeah, I turned 13.
I had a nerd come into my dorm room, and he goes, I have some beers. And I go, well, I've never had a beer, but I'm open to try one. So he had a Budweiser, and he had a Sam Adams. And so I go, I'll take the Sam Adams. I tried it. Instantly, didn't throw it up. I spit it out. Didn't have a beer for a while after that. But Sam Adams, the first one. But Winter Lager was the first Sam Adams I've ever liked.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to say new label. We'll see how it goes.
Now, see, while you're tasting that, I'll tell the story. I used to love Sam Oktoberfest. The problem was they kept changing the recipe year in and year out. So if you liked Oktoberfest 10 years ago, it's not even a shell of itself. So,
right. They changed it. Same with Shipyard. Where their Pumpkinhead, they change that all the time too.
And let's see, is that the case with the winter?
This winter, I'm not gonna lie, because you know me, I'm not a big the darker.
Yeah.
This is one of the best winter lagers I think I've ever had.
Okay. So you're saying they're improving the recipe.
I think they improved the recipe. Very good. I'm not saying great, but it's good.
Now, you're not one of those psychopaths where can you have more than 2 of those?
Oh, no chance. No,
Zero.
no. I'd say one's my max. Yeah, it's one of those ones that you can feel it. Like literally it gets to your stomach and it starts like creating like a
tidal wave.
Yeah, you can't do it.
There's a nor'easter in your stomach.
Yeah, it almost becomes like a brick. So I'm gonna give this a 6.7.
Respectable.
Which is respectable because I think it's very tasty.
It's
I would definitely have this at a holiday party.
That's what it is what it is.
It is what it is, and it tastes good. It's not like a bad dark. I've had bad dark beers where you just want to get rid of it, dump it out right away. I will finish this one. Yeah, only one.
See, my whole thing, I don't get that. Like the drink, like I'll have one of them and like it. I'd rather have a Coke.
Right.
Yeah. That to me, I don't know. That might just be me, but
I think this is more of like a family festive party beer.
So what do? You have the one and then you say like, all right, I'm going to retire for the night.
Well, no, then you find some other stuff. It's just one of those ones where you're sitting by the Christmas tree, you sip on. Then after that, then it's balls to the wall. So you find all the Bud Lights, all the seltzers in the fridge, and you just go. But at least you sat there like a normal human being,
so
like
wouldn't
a respectable adult.
Wouldn't that one have to be like a 9.0 for you to like it that much that you're just going to have the one and be like, all right, I've had enough?
I think it's like a comfort thing. Like if you're sitting, like say you're opening presents, are you going to hold the Bud Light in your hand?
I'd have a Coke instead.
Well, no, why?
Well, I ask you the same about that thing.
Because you have a winter festive beer that you can drink during the opening of gifts. And as soon as the opening of gifts are done, you can do whatever you want.
So it's just for keeping up appearances.
Exactly. It's an appearance beer. Exactly. It's definitely an appearance beer. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Got to show some class once in a while.
I guess so.
All right. So let's get to
it doesn't dispute my point. And you look the same drinking a Coke.
No, you look like a teenager drinking a Coke. You can't look like a man.
What about a hot chocolate?
Then you look like a female. I think based on what you drink during gift opening defines you as a person.
Okay. All right. There you go. So yeah, it goes back to the point. It's for appearance.
It's for appearance. That's all it is. It's an appearance beer to show the status of who you are.
And you better like it while you're drinking it.
Right. I mean, you could go hardcore and drink like straight up whiskey, but again, that's not
I think if I was going for the appearance, I'd go all the way.
I guess you could. I think the winter lager is a perfectly acceptable Christmas opening beer.
I get where you're coming from. I'll agree with it.
All right. So let's. With that said, let's go right to the trivia. Stump the shoe.
It's been a while.
All right, so we made it to Stump the Shoe. It has been a while.
I gotta imagine I'm quite rusty.
You might be. So the rules are, Schubert, you get it wrong, take a sip. Get it right, I'll take a sip. 6 questions based on this entire podcast.
All right.
So let's do it. So question number 1. In the 1980s, which Hall of Fame baseball player owned multiple Arby's in the Milwaukee area?
Ooh, okay. Milwaukee, huh? So it's got to be a Milwaukee. Ooh, is this a trick question? I think it is. I think I know where this is going. Hank Aaron.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good answer.
You almost had me. You almost tricked me.
That was a good answer there.
The wheels in my brain turned because the Braves were in Milwaukee. I was like, this couldn't have been a friggin' Brewer. I go, it wasn't Paul Molitor in the 80s. No, the only Hall of Fame Brave. Hammer and Hank.
Hammer and Hank love the Arby's. So,
Man.
good.
I'm
Good.
I'm getting jacked up.
Oh, no. Firing him up. And it gets easier after this, too. So, oh, no. All right. Question number 2. In 2014, UB40 released the song I Want You. What rock legend wrote that song for them?
Same thing. They're going through my head. And I think the only rock legend that could have done a reggae song, Sammy Hagar.
Incorrect.
Oh,
It's Bob Dylan.
oh, that's weird. Okay.
Take a sip.
I think Sammy would have been a fucking cooler party.
Yes, I didn't see that coming, the Bob Dylan.
No, I would have said a party. I would have even gone like Tommy Lee next or something. It would have been somebody cool.
Yeah.
Not Bob Dylan.
No. All right, question number 3. This one you should get. In season 2 of Stranger Things, what video game at the arcade does Dusty have the high scoring?
Shit. Fuck me. There's only like 5 guesses, isn't there?
Well, you only get one, but
I know, but there's
wanna
only like
guess
there's only like I mean there's like only like 5 options.
yeah, you can't overthink this one.
No. I think it's Galaga.
Incorrect.
All right, then my other was it Bubble Bobble?
Incorrect.
Dig Dug?
Yes, you got Dig Dug. There you go.
Dig Dug was my first choice, and then I was like, when you said, if you hadn't said, don't overthink this,
Yeah.
I would have said Dig Dug.
Well,
I'll
take a sip. I'll take a sip with you on that.
I overthought the overthink.
All right,
you
1
said-
for 3 so far.
When you said don't overthink this, there's 3 arcade games you can't overthink from the 80s,
Yeah.
I think. Asteroids, Galaga, and Pac-Man.
True.
Dig Dug would have been my guess, though. So if you hadn't said that. So
All right, you're
I'll let
blaming it
slide.
on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, place the blame on me on this one. Well, this one you better get because I know nothing about this show, but apparently you know a lot. What member of the Bebop has one artificial eye?
Oh, it's the black guy, but I'm gonna forget his name right now. Jet.
It was in the trailer,
I know. Jet.
and he literally said it.
I know. I'm not good with names. I
It's
read it.
the main character.
No, it's not.
Apparently, according to the trivia that I pulled up, it's the main
fine.
guy.
Then it's Spike Spiegel.
Correct. I tried to give you a freebie there.
The other guy has an eye patch.
I know, but they said according to whatever comic number 6 that he's Spike Spiegel.
The eye patch is not real. And Spike has a cyborg guy like Thor.
He is a cyborg guy. Exactly what it said. Yep.
It's just like Thor.
All right. Question number 5. In Smoky Mountain Wrestling,
Oh yeah, I've been going down to Smokey.
what was the name of the tag team of Chris Jericho and Lance Storm?
You had to go Smokey, didn't you? You had to go like current Smokey, not.
No, this is
Son of
old
a
school
bitch.
Smoky.
Yeah. No, I mean like not like 70s Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it, but I know where my head's at. It's like the Invaders.
Incorrect, but it's one of your favorite words sometimes they use. When you get in that mode, it's one of the favorite things that you call yourself.
You're baiting me here, aren't you?
I am.
So you're like absolutely or
No, it's the Thrill Seekers.
the thrills. I call myself a thrill seeker.
You do sometimes. 'Cause I think you talk about it after Always Sunny when they talk about the Thrill Seekers.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So-
yeah, like when you little turbulence.
Up here, I'm a Thrill Seeker. All right,
Okay,
take a sip.
oh, shit.
I'll give you the Spike Spiegel. So far you got 2 so far.
Okay, I wouldn't necessarily call it a give it me it, but like I'd say that and the Stranger Things worked itself out.
Okay, fair enough.
With the hint, I got the Cowboy Bebop. Without the hint, I would have got the Stranger Things.
Fair enough. All right, so you're 2 for 5.
Yeah, they'll call it that.
Let's get a 50% here. In what city did John Moxley wrestle in his first AEW Dynamite match?
Thanks. Oh, this will be good. I'm trying to think if it's a trick question. I think it might be. Then go with it. Atlanta.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Boston.
Uh,
I saw the boss. I was like, I have to put it. Maybe he realizes it. Maybe he doesn't. But all right, she went 2 for 6 on this one.
not bad after a month layoff.
Yeah. So
Get my trivia legs back.
not too bad.
I
All right,
haven't had to use my brain in that way in quite a while.
Yeah,
quite a while.
we've been, like I said, we've been mush for quite some time now.
Complete mush. I haven't had to think about anything. Yeah.
All right, so let's go on. What's up with the weekend?
Yeah, hurry up. My battery's running low.
All right, right to it, Cheever. What's going on for the weekend over there in California?
Not a whole lot. Working Saturday, and then I'm going to watch Full Gear because I work a half day, and then Full Gear starts as soon as I'm out of work.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm all about Full Gear. It's the only thing I'm looking forward to this weekend. I have a dance recital I have to go to. I'm not looking forward to that. So I'm only looking forward to AEW Full Gear. I'll be watching it with the most idiotic man of the entire year of 2021. So I'm pumped for this at the movie theater. See how it goes.
I have got to keep this weekend pretty in check because next weekend I'm going to Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's going to be trouble. That's going to be trouble.
So we're going to keep this weekend a little bit low key.
I have to ask you one quick question, real quick, when it comes to the movie theater thing. All right, so obviously Full Gear is at 7:00.
Yeah, you got your
It's
AEW
only
polo.
5 hours long.
At least 5 hours long.
I don't want to eat any of the food at a movie theater. Can I DoorDash to the movie theater, you think?
I think that would be a power move.
Could you do it?
I'd say do it. You put it in the instructions. Bring it into the theater number 11.
I'm not eating their pizzas.
Know what
or
I think
their
you do?
popcorn, all that
Would
junk.
be the real power move for the nerds in the theater.
What's that?
I'd say order like 10 pizzas to the theater.
I could do that. Yeah, because I'm not eating the.
Isn't there usually like a secret escape door to the outside in every theater?
Oh,
Like
every theater.
So tell them to come to that door. Open the door. Don't set off the fire alarm. Be like, shh.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
And then you bring in like 10 pizzas and be like, hey, nerd, hey, goons.
I feel like I need to do it because I don't eat popcorn
No,
and I don't like
you're not going to
the
survive
candies.
off chicken fingers from the
Yeah, no,
concession
screw
stand.
that. No,
I'm
I'm
telling
gonna
you,
I'm gonna DoorDash.
Order like 10 pizzas. Be like, goons, the pizza is here. You'll be the friggin' hero.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna do it. You're right because you can't expect people 5 hours
No,
not to have a good meal.
no.
So, all right, pizza.
I'm telling you, that door does not set off the fire alarm.
No, not at all.
So you just have your dad hold the door. You run out, pick the pizzas up, fucking bring them back in, and be like, nerds, the pizza's going to be up here in the front. Go get it.
I love it. All right, so that's my move. Pizzas at the movie theater, AEW. Here we go. All right, nerds. Thanks for watching us. We're back in full gear. We're back in full gear, as if I say. I didn't even see that one come. I think Full Gear is just in my head. So we'll see you next week.
Check
In
us
the
out
meantime-
on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Drunken Nerds. I'm at Matt Does It All. Where are you, Dan?
I don't even know where I am. Drunken Saber, Twitter, same thing, at the Drunken Nerds. Follow us, like us, and just tune in. Spotify, everywhere.
We're approaching a year, and I've got some big things planned in consolidating everything. So
Can't wait. We'll keep it up. Till next week.
stay thirsty, nerds.